Namaste, welcome. In spiritual discourse, we often talk about the ego as the one we need to let go or that hinders us from reaching a permanent state of peace or enlightenment. I probably used the term myself in my videos a few times, so I thought it would be helpful to mention that the ego actually does not exist. What do we mean when we say ego in the context of spiritual discourse? Probably the mind, the narrative it spins, the incessant commentary, the thoughts, and second, perhaps our sense of being a separate person with individual desires that we need to detach from or overcome in order to reach enlightenment. But it is important to remember that in the consciousness that we are, these things have no power. They do not exist as independent entities or antagonistic forces that we need to conquer or overcome. If we think in this way, we give power to these scenarios, and they can feel very real. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like, subscribe to my channel so we can meet again. Let's be always very clear that nothing exists outside of consciousness. And everything that appears in this manifestation is here to support your awakening. Nothing works against you. You who are consciousness itself. It can be useful to use terms like ego to express the experiences we go through in life. Like with the mind, that constantly pulls us back into perceiving ourselves as a person. And with that comes the never-ending duties that we need to perform, and that often take priority over our inner inquiry. Once I've done this, once I've completed that, then I have the time to meditate on the self and, to center myself in the truth. The person then believes itself to be unworthy, worthy, successful, unsuccessful, happy, sad, and everything in between. And this is a very unstable climate to live in, which is why we often feel deeply exhausted. And why we say we need to overcome the mind, because it hinders our true seeing. It is important to say that the mind aspect of ego is not our enemy. It does not try to pull us down or prevent us from awakening. The mind is consciousness too. It simply highlights where our attention lies at the moment. Our thoughts naturally evolve around the things we are interested in or concerned about. And during a day, we are bombarded by a million stimuli, and we naturally select what we want to give attention to. So the more we give attention to the nature of our true self, the more our thoughts will naturally evolve around this. The more we practice meditation and self-inquiry, the more quiet our mind will become, and our thoughts move into the background. Thoughts will appear as long as we live in this body, but their frequency will change significantly. It is a natural consequence of us shifting our attention and changing our own frequency. So the thoughts and the mind are little helpers that also push us into the right direction. And they annoy us for a good reason, so that we don't become complacent. Besides the mind, what we often refer to with ego is this sense of being a separate person that needs to find its way back to its true self. But let's be very clear, we are never separate. We only imagine this for a while. You know, sometimes I really enjoy watching reality shows on TV because I do think they give such a great insight into this self. Recently, I find that, a lot of people are struggling with isolation and loneliness, young, old, and everyone in between. And have you ever noticed, when it comes down to it, we often say, you are not alone. Even if we don't know this person, and we might never meet them physically, but deep inside we have this sense that we are all connected, and that no one on this earth is alone. This is because we are all one and the same consciousness. Even if our level of seeing this may differ, we all have a sense of this. It is in our DNA, in our guts. And when we start to awaken, we see without a doubt, we have never been separate. Not one from another, and not from consciousness, and the permanent state of peace that is its nature. We have only imagined this for a while. So let's be very clear on this. The ego does not exist. There is nothing that holds us back, that works against us, or that we need to overcome. All of our personal desires will eventually lead us to awakening when they do not satisfy us anymore and we seek for a deeper truth. But when the whole world tells you you cannot walk from the day you were born, it is very likely you will never get out of this chair. The power of conditioning is so strong. But now that you are on your way of true seeing, this power will get less and less. The only thing you need to do is that little bit of effort to stay with it. Perhaps start your day with a short contemplation or moment of silence where you center yourself in your truth. Then everything in your day will happen within this climate. Or perhaps end your day in this way, or both. Whatever works best for you, just stay with it. That little bit of effort. May grace move us along this way swiftly, so that we abide in the truth of who we are forever and ever and ever. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please press like, and if you like, subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.